Welcome back, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, to another wonderful episode of Those Damn Kids. I am your GM, Tyson Fraleigh, and I am very happy to be here to help tell this little ragamuffin story. First up, we have the little muffin of the morning. We have Alexander Cruz.
Hello, Alexander Cruz here. I'm going to be playing Olivier Webster, who is the rocker type in Tales from the Loop. Got a lot of heart, got a lot of mind, scrap, got a lot of vibes. Here he is.
Ah, yes, I neglected to mention that for this session, we're going to be introducing archetypes, so that way, if you are listening at home and want to play this game and want to know what the baseline kind of vibe for some of the archetypes in the Tales from the Loop RPG playbook is, you can dive right in.
I will do a quick amendum. I'm reflavoring the rocker to be a theater kid.
Next up, we have, fresh out of the oven, the pig in the blanket, we have Lizzie Nyveen.
Oink fucking oink. Hi, I'm Liz Nyveen. I am playing Jenny Williams, who is a popular kid, in case you couldn't tell. Super heart character. All my bumped skills, I don't know what it's called, I don't remember what it's called in the book, are heart-based.
Next up, we've got the chocolatey Claire with all the flair. We've got Gracyn, Roach.
I'm the chocolatey Claire. That's me. I'm Kit Kerrington. She's the bit of the weirdo of the group. She's a little bit of a loner. She's great at sneaking around and investigating. Also pretty good at empathizing and understanding where other folks are coming from. She's got a few breakouts, and she's also got some dandruff in her hair, but she's ready to go.
And last but certainly not least, we've got the chocolate chip cookie himself. Wait. As it turns out, it is actually an oatmeal cookie with some raisins kind of speckled in there. The Great Deception, Adam Honigman.
Just like eating an oatmeal cookie, you have raised my hopes and then dashed them immediately. Hello, everyone. I'm Adam Honigman. I'm playing the role of Baxter Raydon, or Raydon, who is he's a delinquent. He's a bit of a bruiser, a bit of a scrapper, a lot of body, a lot of tech. He can build his way in, and he can punch his way out.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's dive right into our little recap of what happened last episode. Last time on Those Damn Kids, the damn kids got up to, well, some not a whole lot of trouble as of this last episode. Some home lives were revealed, at which point we met Kit, who had a very familiar dream. Some strange lights, and her father seemingly leaving in the dead of night, referring to her as Kitty Cat as he left. Next up, we met Olivier and Renee as they headed off to their first day of school at Kate Feldstein Secondary School. They drove off into the main parking complex, headed to their first classes, where Olivier met with the principal, Mr. Baldwin, essentially sending kids off in the right directions for their next classes, and then met a particularly slimy-looking English teacher named Mr. Cooper, until there was a morning announcement / assembly where some of the teachers were introduced. The sheriff from town was also introduced up at the front of the stage, as well as the very exciting brand new development for Kate Feldstein Secondary, the first of its kind android teacher known as the Professor, which would be teaching some of the classes. Some of the kids, Baxter and Kit, got to interact with this android, discovering that it is teaching biology class. At one point referring to Kit suspiciously as Kitty Cat, offhand. Then, leading into lunch, everyone went their separate ways before going into physics and finally into study hall, where at the final bell allowing everyone to leave, the damn kids found themselves suddenly in an abandoned version of their own school. Doors locked, everything contained away until they spotted a press conference outside where a number of teachers, parents, and other adults from the community were crowded around looking for the 4 youngsters, as well as a suspicious adult that they figured was the abductor, one man named Wendell Fitzgerald. When they tried to reveal themselves to the conference of sorts, just as everyone was about to turn and look at them, they found themselves back inside the halls of a normal school, the principal looking towards them and calling out, "What are you all up to here?" And that is where we left off, as you kids find yourselves in the front entryway, Principal Baldwin kind of looking down towards you. What are you doing here? You should be in class."
Yes, Principal Baldwin. We got a pass from the librarian. Since I'm new, the 3, Baxter, Kit, and Jenny here were giving me a tour as part of study hall.
I'll say make a heart charm roll.
2 successes.
2 successes, okay. So, with that additional success, so there's additional rules that the higher the amount of successes you obtain, an additional effect takes place. So, with the extra success, in this particular circumstance, he can either, 1, keep on believing you even after the interaction is over. Based on this circumstance, it would either be that one, willing to try to persuade others on your behalf, or becomes impressed in some way.
I can decide what effect happens here.
Yep, you decide what the additional effect is.
I think I want him to try, if we need to again, try to help get him to try to help persuade other people for us.
As he kind of stands there, he just kind of looks down to all of you, very suspiciously looking over each and every one of you, and to Baxter. He kind of hangs an eye a little bit longer. Well then, if that's the case, well, it is important for a young student to become very familiar with their environment. The best way of learning. All right, well, ensure that you don't take too long. Final bell is going to be relatively soon. Want to make sure that you aren't causing too much of a ruckus out here to start distracting others.
A ruckus? Never.
Well, good to see you all, and keep up the good work. Just kind of nods to each of you before turning around and heading back to the main offices.
Thanks, Principal Baldwin.
Hey, Tyson, remind me, did I light a trash can on fire?
You lit a trash can on fire. You look back. It's not there. You look out the window, as you can see where the press conference once was. There is nothing. All the cars are in their usual spots.
Okay, so I was putting on a really brave face for Principal Baldwin with that. This is weird, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
Weird.
So, like, what was that?
Do we leave?
The school?
Why? Why would we have to...
And go where?
And away? Why are we here? Why do I want to be in school right now?
Well, listen, that's great and all. I mean, I guess you can. Do you want to figure out why we were missing and now we're not?
I mean, we're not missing, so it sounds like we're good. I don't know about you kids, but I certainly have had enough experiences of being blamed for things that I didn't do, and if going missing is just another one, then I don't see the need to dive into figuring that one out.
Okay, but Baxter, what if it's not that we were missing? What if we're going to be missing? Like, I don't know. That sounded weird. Principal Baldwin seemed to not know where we were, what we were doing. Now we're back at a normal day in class.
Yeah, you're reaching for an explanation right now, and I don't want to even... Doesn't exist what you're saying. It's not a thing. It doesn't exist.
What, you think we're all, like, psychic?
Whoa. We could be, like, We could be like Carrie. That'd be kind of cool.
How is that cool?
No, Carrie's pretty cool. But you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like there's more to explore here. If you guys just want to go back to class, be my guest. We can just go back to class. But seems kind of weird that there was a whole press conference about us, and I don't know. Why us? You know?
Yeah, you lit a garbage can on fire, and it's not there anymore.
So, I don't know, maybe the janitor came and cleaned it up while we weren't paying attention. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the guy who... Wait, have we met Wendell yet?
You have not met Wendell yet. If anyone has any numbers in investigate, please make a mind investigate check.
Kit has 0 successes for investigate.
That's a 3 for me.
At which case, you can ask me 2 additional questions of your choice, and I have to answer truthfully about things that you're noticing. As you look outside the main windows, there's this moment of a slight almost flicker. Like almost like you're looking at the static of a television in a weird way. There's like this slight pulse before you just see that there's something kind of glittering in the grass.
Does it look like this static effect came from whatever's in this grass? Sorry.
It's hard to tell as of this moment.
All right. I pointed out to the gang. I kind of like peer through. Guys, do you see that weird shiny thing in the grass out there? Hold on. And I open the door and go out there and get it.
Oh, so we can't just leave. I walk out the door.
I follow the boys outside.
Nervously cling to the pack.
You guys head outside. As Olivier, you kind of lead as you arrive pretty much at the heart of where the congregation was. As you look down on the ground, as you see a very large white button.
Like a jacket button or a button that you can press?
Like a button that like you would take a pin and attach it to a shirt.
Oh.
On it, in big red letters, is written "Save the Children." Above that is a picture of this would be Olivier's face. So you see yourself staring up at you. And this probably looks like an old like school picture you took from like at a past place you were at.
Oh my god, I still have bangs in this picture. Okay. I pick it up. Oh man, I guess I show it to the gang.
Oh my god, are you from like a cult?
Hey, look, the bangs were a phase, okay? I thought it looked really good. I was trying to recreate a thing I had as a kid. My mom told me it would look good. I've never seen this before.
Aren't you like a acting guy? Is it just a play you did?
No, this isn't like a prop or a promo thing.
No, guys. Obviously, it has something to do with what was just going on. Obviously, this is left over from the press conference or whatever that happened with. I don't know why the principal didn't recognize it, but where else would this come from? What Olivier says he doesn't recognize it. Obviously, this is some weird thing left over from what just happened outside that nobody else seems to remember.
I'm sorry. You are more willing to say that some incredible, magical, mystical scenario happened than this dude here on his first day of school forgot that somebody printed a pin of him. Like, maybe his mom made it because, he's to introduce him to the school. You're saying that is the more likely scenario?
It's a weird marketing technique, dude, even for me.
Oh, and you're saying that the alternative is more reasonable. That's what we're trying to say. That's what you all are trying to look me in the eye and say right now.
Okay, Baxter, we're not saying one is more or less rational here. I don't know about you, I seem to remember being locked inside of a school while there was a press conference going on inside. Maybe that was a fever dream you had. I don't know, maybe you don't remember it at all, but that seems to be something that we all remember, so whatever. Olivier, if you've never seen this before, I don't know what's going on, and maybe we should look around some more.
Looking closer at the pin, I I don't know. I'm going to state this is my second question, trying to get more information from it, and I just don't know how to phrase this. Does it look like it's from our world? Is there anything demarking it as not being something from here?
No, it looks like it could just be anyone's pin, really. The one thing you do catch as you're looking it over is it does have a maker's mark. It looks like it was printed by some person or company known as Crazy Clutters.
Do we know what that is? I kind of pointed out to the rest of the gang.
This is a print shop in town. It's basically like an arts and crafts store that's located downtown.
Okay, but like, who cares about the can badge? Look around, there's no press conference. What was that? I do not know what's going on, and I am making it all of your problem.
Well, look, maybe whatever happened, we don't know what happened, but maybe if we follow up with whoever made this thing, maybe they can tell us if it's like a prank, or like maybe my mom did order this somehow, but it's definitely real. I think Kit's onto something. I think this has something to do with what we saw earlier.
It'll be fun, guys. Let's go.
I'm only doing this because I know if I don't, I'm going to be hearing about this for weeks. And the least amount of time I can spend talking to you folks, the better.
Yeah, so, we're in the same study hall.
Why do you know that already? Why do you know what study hall you're in, right? It's first...
Because we were in study hall together.
Yeah, I was napping.
Baxter, stop trying to block it out.
Great deal of good study hall does for you, buddy.
All right, let's go to Crazy Clutters.
I would like to say that I know one of the clerks at the print shop for secret reasons.
Okay. Please make a heart contact roll.
Hopefully I get a success. Nope. 5 dice and nothing.
Yeah, you know the attendant. Yeah, her name is like Mary or Martha. It's something like that. It's M.
Oh, I Jenny'd it, didn't I? Yeah, okay, so like, if this is happening, then like whatever, I know one of the people who works there, her name is, I think, Martha. But if you think there'll be answers, then fine, let's go.
Okay. Cool. Great. Do you guys want to, should we wait until school's over? The bell's going to ring in like...
Nope.
in like 5
No, we can go right now.
minutes. Oh,
we can go right now.
Oh, wow. Playing hooky on my first day. Holy cow.
Kind of wrap my arm around Olivier. Stick around me a little bit and you'll be doing so much worse than that. Kind of give him a chipper pat on the back and kind of walk out.
Oh!
Which point you guys travel down the main stretch from your high school, diverting left and heading south down into downtown. As you are traveling down, the experience here is a lot more vibrant. It's clear that if there is a quote-unquote artsy side of Freeman, it's definitely in the downtown section. There's murals, but it's all murals of like very old, kind of like heritage pictures that are painted on the sides of brick buildings. The very large and beautiful theater is also down here, where you can see the hooked sign kind of set up the light bulbs that would go down the side. Currently unilluminated because not the evening and not a show day. You also do get a look of the Steinfield River kind of cutting through this area. A bit of a murky river, but you can see the occasional small what looks to be a fishing boat kind of out there just trawling along. You guys are kind of moving across down through the main thoroughfare. First off, for Olivier, something that clocks to you. You're actually not far from the Matter Hatter. You can see kind of down the way, just a little bit off to the side from the Crazy Clutters, as you see it upcoming, like this big vibrant pink sign with like light blue lettering and like a lot of like like polka dots kind of speckled across it. Very like pale interior, but lots of yarn, lots of different like small paints, like easels, very like arts and crafts kind of shop. And just behind that down the way, you can see the very small kind of record shop that you recognize as the Matter Hatter. Also, not too far away, you all hear from just down the street, there's a section which used to be kind of this T intersection that hosts what looks to be a what would be a movie theater, this large kind of light pole that's kind of still illuminated. The movie theater at this point seems to have closed down, no longer in use. You can see that it also goes into a main way that looks that begins to curve and head back northwards and up. As you can see a figure standing there. As you can see, he's holding what looks to be multiple signs, which read, "They are among us. They shall foretell the coming." And you can see one sign has a what looks to be like a cartoonish UFO kind of set on along with these items.
Oh my god, Kit, is that your dad?
No, Jenny, that's not my dad. That was a really funny joke, though. Let's see what he's saying.
Have we seen this guy around?
The only person here that I think would really like clock who this person is would be Baxter. You know this gentleman as Mr. McPherson. He's the guy you bought the fireworks from, and he's known as a little bit of the town, not loon, but eccentric, above all things.
Are his eccentricities usually quieter than this, or is this pretty typical that you would just be out?
No, this is very typical of him. He comes out into downtown to preach his gospel fairly often. He owns the scrapyard outside of town and often has a lot of just interesting trinkets, a lot of kind of odd hobnob stuff. Weird guy, but entertaining if you really want to hear something just really weird come out of someone's mouth.
Oh, he's a good pal. Don't worry. You should get talking a little bit. Maybe he's a little off-putting, but boy, he's a character.
Watch the lights at night, for they shall beckon the beginning. The dark ones, they lurk everywhere. The tall ones, the short ones. Have you heard of the hobnobs, the picket men? Or perhaps the great elusive men in black. They linger everywhere. Beware, my friends, beware! It was in this very spot that I saw my first. It was at this very movie theater of which I crashed all those years ago. You shall know me! You shall know me as the prophet! You shall know me as the man who has warned you of the ones who come from above, the ones who come from nothing, the ones who spring forth reality and bend it and twist it, and those who are able to bend and shift and appear and disappear, those who are able to conjure from nothing, these strange alien creatures disguised as men and women. Please beware, beware, my friends.
Is anybody paying him any mind?
No.
Kit, I think he's talking about you.
I start strutting towards Mr. McPherson.
As you approach him, you see he kind of turns, getting a better view of him now. Probably closer to like early 60s to mid 60s, like white hair kind of going all the way around, short, but there is a pretty thick beard on the front of his face. No hunch. He's very, he definitely has a certain level of spryness to him as he's kind of holding up everything, and seems to be wearing like some very like messed up kind of dirtied clothes, overalls that you can see have some old like oil grass stains. Seems to be holding on to a number of trinkets inside of his pockets as he just kind of turns towards you, and these just very wide green eyes just, "Oh, yes, I see you have come to see the truth."
Hey, love the truth, Mr. McPherson. I'm Kit. I'm a friend of Baxter's, and I look back at the gang, And I stick my tongue out at them, and I flip back to Mr. McPherson, and I say, first of all, great beard. Second of all, I'm wondering if you can tell us anything. Well, sorry to get ahead of myself here, but I was listening to your monologue, and I heard something about shifting realities, and I was wondering if you could extrapolate a bit on that for me.
Of course! And he just kind of drops the signs and just, like, gets down into, like, a very, dramatic kind of bent knees pose. Just.
Oh, I bend down, too. I bend down and wink at my friends again.
He bends down lower to try to match your height. So, that is specifically the work of the Pale Ones. They are the shapeshifters. They're the ones who can take on any visage. They are the ones that are the heralds of destiny and of future sight, but also past. You might see things that have both happened and will happen.
These Pale Ones, are they aware that this is happening?
No! That is the beauty of them. Imagine them as shooting stars rippling through reality. They will impact into things and suddenly appear. A vision. That is what, in some, you might take this to be, as some associates of mine have determined, if you look into the passages of something like, for example, the Bible or other religious texts, these prophets, these individuals who are given these holy visions, are actually seeing the Pale Ones ripple through space and time, impacting with things that is wired into their collective unconsciousness. Therefore, they're able to determine possible futures spread before them like a sea in tide.
So they see the Great. That's super cool.
You might also misconstrue them as ghosts.
Oh, as ghosts. And could you go back? Strange lights. Sometimes we've got some strange lights in this city.
Yes. Yes, we do. Absolutely. I stay up every night at my personal abode up at the scrapyard. I have a special telescope that I have built myself, and I stay up entirely all night every single day of the week, not resting for a moment until I am able to capture the image of one of the multiple UFOs held within the Freeman Institute of Experimental Physics that is being tested on and being able to be developed further by the CIA, collaborating with the FBI in the One World Order, trying to determine the true nature of alien species.
Wow, Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
This has been great.
Oh my god, hi.
Hello.
Can I just talk with you for like 1 second?
Of course
like,
you
over
can
there,
talk to
maybe?
me.
Not you.
Not me. You.
Kit, we're
No.
we're school chums.
Sure.
So
Oh,
yeah,
we are?
just stay
Oh.
over there, please.
I've never said that before. And I walk with you back to...
I would like to link arms with Kit in a bit of a forceful way, and just guide her back to the bosom of our group. What the fuck?
Kit is walking with quite a step in her strut because, Jenny just said that I was a friend, a school chum.
I have a world question, but how crock as shit is what this guy is saying? Because we do have like robot teachers and a crazy futuristic government funded building. How far off is what he's saying, actually?
Like, just as far as, like, general
as far as we
knowledge?
would know. Yeah.
100% just absolute off-the-wall bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Cool.
like this is some, like, deep-level conspiracy, alien, like full-blown, like, seeing, like this is the kind of guy that he's the only one who sees the truth. He is the one in his backyard. He has the red string set up. Like, it's a time and a half.
That guy was full of shit.
Okay, you guys, the guy might have been full of shit, okay? You got me. You proved me wrong, but he was talking something about, I don't know, there's weird stuff going on, and I thought that maybe it doesn't hurt to check in.
So, Kit, did you learned a lot from him? Did he prove your theories? But he's saying what you're thinking, right? So, It's gotta be true. Hey, Mr. McPherson,
Yes?
should we drink the tap water?
Oh, my boy. No.
Okay, guys, fine. Look, I just wanted to do a little exploring and meet a new friend. Let's walk into Crazy Clutters. Look, we're right here. Let's go. Forget it. Forget it. You guys win.
See you around, McPherson. Keep fighting the good fight.
Oh, you're leaving.
Yeah, we're going there now. Other direction.
You're going to Crazy Clutters.
No, we're just cutting through it. You don't have to come.
Oh, all right. Well, if you would mind picking me up some poster board, it would be mostly appreciated.
Only if you got some cool trinkets for me next time I come around.
All right.
What color do you want?
Oh, colorful. Also, if you want to discuss more about the pale ones, I have many books.
Oh, I'm gone already. Sorry.
As you guys just cut across the street.
As we head towards the crafts building, I kind of like step back to Kit. I kind of go like, I get it. I would have tried to, but I don't know him, and like, you know, talking to a weird person on the street is kind of not my scene. But I get it.
Weird people have more to offer than the general public give them credit for.
Did you just call me the general public?
If the scrunchie fits.
If the scrunchie fits.
Oh my god, I was gonna apologize for saying that guy was your dad, but I guess I won't now. Bye. Unlink arms. Walk into Crazy Clutter.
Yeah, I continue walking.
You guys enter inside of Crazy Clutters, where Jennifer, there is a older woman, seems to be around 50, kind of leaning against the main desk with what looks to be some sort of catalog of one sort or another, probably from Sears or something like that. As you kind of look over towards her, Martha, yeah, that's totally her.
I'm gonna like just sort of do a brisk power walk up to the counter and be like, oh my god, hi, Martha. So great to see you. Hey, listen, some people are coming in behind me. We don't know each other that well, okay? Cool. Just, yeah, wanted to establish that.
Kind of just narrows her eyes at you.
Like you and me. Like, we don't know each other. Got it? And I tap my nose and wink.
Sure, honey.
Great, thanks.
At which point you immediately turn around and you can see, and you kind of just hear the woman stand up at the counter. Hi, everyone. My name is Martha, and I don't know Jennifer that well.
Shit.
Does she have a name tag?
Yeah, she does.
Does it say Martha?
No?
Does it even start with an M?
No?
Oh, God.
It says Teresa.
I give a really good amount of side eye to both Baxter and Kit. But slowly approach the counter. Hey, yeah, sorry to barge. I don't know why I'm sorry. Listen, have you seen this before? And I pull out the pin.
Just kind of picks it up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me, I can take a look. We usually keep a roll of when
He's got bangs, I hear.
Don't.
kind of
No.
puts it up, like, kind of looks towards it and looks to you. Oh, hun.
I know.
You know, it's a very dramatic, like, title that you've got on this.
Okay, yes. So no, I thought you were commenting on the bangs. No, yeah, that's what I want to figure out. Who commissioned this and why? Because I didn't. We don't know why it's so dramatic.
Sure. It just kind of goes over to what looks to be like a binder with some kind of past logs as she's kind of whipping through them. When did you find this?
Today.
Okay. Probably pretty recent then, yeah?
I guess so.
Let me check. Oh, okay. Does have a mark. Let me just take a look. I'm sorry, there's no mark of this being produced here.
I'm sorry, but it says your store.
No, this is the logo, and it does have an ID number, and just kind of shows it to you guys. Every pin that we make has to have this marking here that we punch in to just make sure that we're able to keep our orders in order. Order. But there's no order number here that matches it. So this might have been done, maybe it was done by one of my colleagues and wasn't noted down.
How far back do your logs go?
This log goes back for about 1.5 years. But it also is worth mentioning that all of our productions are categorized by number. What I'm saying is that the number here doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist yet. And I give a very pointed look to the folks, my pals behind me.
So, no. You run this store. You make buns. You, among other things. But, I mean, that doesn't... It's not a future button. Like, you have a reasonable explanation for it. Do you own other... Is this a chain? Are there other stores?
Yeah, like, could somebody have stolen some kind of equipment and put it together?
Not that we would have noticed. We've only got maybe 2 or 3 machines, and we have to do that by hand. I'm sorry, this is very odd. But look, the odd thing about the number is that we do it based on parcels dependent on things like... It's kind of like an every other number sort of deal. This one's set on an even number. We only categorize ours on odds. The fact that it's an even number, that's why I'm confused. Because, like I said, it shouldn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Thank you for your help. This has been illuminating. Think that's all we got here. Oh wait, sorry. Can I get 4 neon colored Bristol boards, please?
Sure. They're just in the back, and just kind of points over to just a whole palette set.
I get like a good, some primary colors, like an RBG, Y.
Grab them. Very, very cheap. You're able to hand over the money, no problem. And you come out with some very vibrant neon yellow, light blue, and some like pinkish red.
Thanks, Teresa!
Thank you, honey. Good to have new faces around. Tell your friends and family.
Sure thing. Okay. I have a theory. But do you guys want to go sit down and hang out somewhere to talk about it? If you guys have time. I know a really cool place nearby. They have milkshakes.
I will only go somewhere where there is no one else and no one will hear us.
Maybe we can go get milkshakes and then go somewhere that there's nobody else. Because, I don't know, a strawberry milkshake sounds pretty good to me right now.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys have been to Matter Hatters. I know the owner, and he's pretty chill. He won't bother us or anything, and we're...
Is his name also Martha?
No, his name's Mads.
Is his last name Hatter?
I haven't asked, honestly.
It's not very imaginative, if so.
Mads Hatter, the owner of the Matter Hatter? Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy, wouldn't it be? What dork would have invented that? Who knows?
I'm sure I couldn't imagine. Is there like a back door where no one will see me enter this horrible little store?
It's a record shop. People go in there all the time. Do you not like music? Please tell me you don't like you like music.
Okay, tell you what, I'm gonna wait over there away from you. Here's some money. Go get the milkshakes or whatever, and we'll go to my house.
You always want people to come to your house, don't you?
Do you want to go to your house, Baxter? From what I remember, you don't really like spending time there, actually, so...
Oh, okay, let's go get the milkshakes. Da-da-da-da-da! And I grab Olivier and Baxter by the arms. We go in for milkshakes.
I drop off, before we get to Matter Hatters, I want to drop off the boards to McPherson.
Okay, you see, as you're kind of set up, McPherson kind of looks to you.
I approach, I say nothing, I put the board in front of him, I nod, and I walk away. I turn back and I give him like the Star Wars Spock sign. And wink.
Star Wars
Star
Spock
Wars
sign?
Spock sign?
Star Trek, sorry.
This is a sign. He's dropped the signs to go down to look at the Bristol board. As you give that the Spock hand sign, he just narrows his eyes and begins like tilting like what, like the shiny yellow Bristol board in like the light towards you. Kind of like some sort of weird flare. Ooh, Sade.
I give him like a quizzical look.
I know you, pale one. You can reveal your secrets to me. Just continuing to like shake the Bristol board at you.
I narrow my eyes and I go like, and then I run.
Kit is also, but with a big smile.
It occurs to me, of all of the locations that I've set up in Freeman, I did not set up a a diner, which is a great misstep on my part.
I was giving you an out to say that Matter Hatters has like a milkshake booth.
Oh, I did not pick up on that. Sure, we can do that.
Yeah, it's like a Dr. Cerberus's place in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. It's got like records, it's got like media and stuff, but it also has like booths.
Okay. As you guys dash over towards Matter Hatter, you enter inside. Wait, who's going inside?
Not me.
No, except Jenny, who's too good for Matter Hatters, apparently.
As you guys enter inside, you are hit with a lot of smells. It smells of cat hair. It smells of old books, freshly pressed records. But more than anything else, whoo, is it dank in here. You guys see the narrow rows of records set in front. One section of the wall, just a full, massive bookshelf, just filled with used books. And the front space, you can see a number of cushions that look to be like almost like cafe booths that would look outside. You can see on them there are different spots for where there are multiple cats just lying around and just hanging out, kind of looking out through these massive pane windows.
This is a place I want to be handling my dairy.
You head up to the front. You can see what looks to be a probably middle-aged gentleman, brown hair that's now speckled with gray and white, this brown beard that kind of gums down to mid-chest, multiple braids kind of running through it, like looks like a hippie that never made it out of the 60s. A nice like tie-dye shirt underneath of like this, probably looks like sheepskin leather jacket, kind of just leaning against. You can see these like heavy shades he has just over top of his eyes as he's just sitting there, just feet up, looking in your guys' direction.
Mats, hey.
He just stays still.
Mats? I go up to him. Is he breathing?
He is breathing. You just approach him, and as you hear, as you just hear him snoring.
We can be quiet. We're pretty tight. What do you guys want? I head behind the counter and take out the dairy.
You actually look into the back. It is a strange amalgamation of some sort of weird bar. Like, it looks like this was probably like a mom and pop, like, diner at one point that was then shifted into whatever the hell this is. So there's still like the milkshake machine. There's also like what looks to be like a full kitchen in the back that still smells like there's actual like food still available.
Look at you. How what's the state of this dairy?
It looks fine.
Are the menu items named after me? Is it like, do they have like the Rush and the Freddie Mercury and like?
No, you're looking at like kind of through the different sections. It's all Alice in Wonderland themed.
Hey Olivier, I would love a strawberry milkshake, and if you could put whipped cream on it with 3 maraschino cherries, please.
All for you? I'm not gonna question your choices. Hey, you like maraschino cherries? You like maraschino cherries? I fix it up.
You're able to successfully make the strawberry milkshake. The moment that you turn on the blender, you immediately hear whoa.
Hey, Mads.
Hey, little man. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm sorry. I didn't want to wake you up. But then I started the blender.
Oh, no, I was just having my beauty sleep. That's totally cool. Whoa. You got a bunch of little friends with you.
Yeah, these are my friends. This is Kit, and Baxter, and Jenny's outside.
Hey.
Oh, hey. Shoots at the peace sign. Oh, how's it going?
Pretty good. A little weird, not gonna lie to you, but... Yeah.
Wild.
It's time. Baxter, what do you want, buddy?
Give me a vanilla and see if you can throw some chocolate chips or something in there.
The March Hare Special, of course.
Hey, do you mind whipping me up a Bloody Mary, bud?
Mads, we've already had this conversation. I will not serve you alcohol in your own place.
What? Look, we like I'm not going to argue with you. All I'm saying is, children have to develop an early sense of how alcohol affects their body. It's just a natural, chemical. You're going to experiment when you get to college. It's totally normal to be fascinated about these sorts of things, as he just kind of goes over and just begins to... You see him open the fridge, and while there is ice cream, there's different other things. You see that most of the things inside of the actual fridge itself, there's a jar of pickles and not much else. It looks like he's both, living out of this fridge in this kitchen, and just living a very boho lifestyle. And at which point, now that he's kind of more out from behind the bar, you can see he's just wearing, this very, a very light gray, sweatpants that he's kind of walking with Birkenstocks with socks.
Yes!
As he just kind of pops it open and just pulls out the pickle jar and just begins to sip on the pickle juice. It's all about perspective, my man. It's all about perspective. Oh, your musical. It came in today.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, the one about the cats, right?
Uh-huh. I hand Baxter his shake. I hand Kit hers. You gotta show it to me.
Do you wanna give it the the first performance necessity inside the House of the Hatter?
I think we have to.
No, I'm not listening to show. Oh, boy.
No. This one's really good.
What is it about?
You're not prepared for this. It's about cats.
And what do the cats do?
It's about cats.
He goes over to the stereo, sets up the record, very gently places the needle on it. To Cats the Musical, welcome to the first religious experience you will have within the House of the Hatter. And lets it fall as the music begins. As the opening number comes to conclusion, you can see Mads just kind of looks around. Are we doing a full album breakdown, or do we,
No, I think, you know what? That was wild. Andrew Lloyd Webber's a genius. I will come back. Right now we have things to do. I was hoping we could just kind of chill.
Yeah.
I might convince Jenny to come inside, but we got some stuff to talk about. If you wouldn't mind giving us a little bit of space.
Just a second. I run out to the front door. Where's Jen? Are you outside?
Yeah, I'm just leaning on a bush looking cute.
Hey, Jenny. Did you want a milkshake?
Sure.
Okay, well, you better come inside, because if you don't, I'm going to make sure it's made with 2% milk. And I shut the door.
I love 2% milk.
Oh.
I'm an athlete. Milk is important. Actually.
Kit doesn't hear this and looks quite... Yep, that should get her inside.
Way to stereotype.
And Jenny, as you kind of shout that out, you do hear a familiar voice from behind you. Stereotyping? Huh?
Spin.
You turn, you can see Jess, backpack slung over the shoulder.
I thought it was going to be Mr. Fireworks.
No, you just see Jess kind of set gray and purple kind of plaid black jeans. She just kind of looks over towards you. Someone bothering you?
Oh, hi. No, well, no one's, what are you doing here?
kind of points over to the Mad Hatter. I started picking up a few shifts over the summer, and I don't know. Seems like a nice dude.
Oh my god, do you have a job?
Kinda. Every once in a while.
Oh, that's so cool. And you work there?
Yeah. Yeah, the records are pretty sweet.
Ah.
You know? Also get to hang around with a whole bunch of cats. Nice and quiet. The owner isn't a total dick, so that helps.
That's good. It might not be too quiet in there right now because some people our age are in there and they're kind of loud. So I don't know. Do you have a shift right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up, I guess. Begins to walk past. Heads over to the front door. Wait, what are you doing here?
Ha 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 ha. I am here to get a milkshake because I love those. Can I come inside the store you work at, please?
Just kind of holds open the door. Just, sure.
Do you get like an employee discount? Walk in.
I'll hook you up. As she kind of walks inside, kind of looks to all of you, kind of points to you, Olivier. Hey.
Hey.
I remember you.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you. Olivier.
Yeah, cool. Jess.
Cool.
All right, well, just don't fuck up the place, or else it's coming out of my paycheck, and you don't want that.
Gonna give everyone the dagger eyes.
I look like a Mads. I give him like a.
And see, Mads just kind of looks up as he seems to be, trying to light up some sort of herbal cigarette, quote unquote. He's like, hey, taking over? Yeah, I'll make sure everything, well, I don't know what to do about the smell, but I'll take care of everything else. Smells, yeah.
What are you talking about? It smells great in here.
Oh, baby. It smells like drugs.
I can't remember if we've talked about this, Olivier, my man. Have you ever smoked a doobie?
That's one of these days. Not today.
Are you offering drugs to a minor?
Hey, he's cool.
Because I can get behind that, actually.
You see that Maz just kind of freezes there in this moment of, like, unsure exactly how to respond before he just goes back to smoking himself. You know, there's only 2 rules that we have in the House of Hatter. The first one, love the music, for it is the heart of things. And 2, no fucking narcs. Just keep it in mind. Alright, you guys have your wonderful private chat or whatever. If you need anything, just let me know.
Thanks, Mats.
Heads over back towards the front desk, where you can see Jess is beginning to check the shelves, seems to be restocking things.
Olivier just has the biggest grin on his face. All 3 of these people are in here now. Yes.
Hey, I'm here for my milkshake. But you know, make sure there's no, like, whole milk in it, because I hate that.
Oh, you can only make milkshakes with whole milk.
Cool. I don't give a shit. Do you have mint?
Oh, yeah, for sure. The caterpillars thing.
What the hell does that mean? What the fuck are you talking about?
It's the name of the mint. Look at the chalkboard. It's called the caterpillars ... thing, comma, pipe, period.
Oh my god.
That's the name of the mint drink.
That guy really is high, isn't he?
Pretty much all the time, yeah.
I was trying to think of the word hash, but then I was like, yeah, fuck it. It needed a longer name.
I fixed Jenny up a mint milkshake.
Alrighty. You guys are at the front section of the shop, able to look out into the street. Nice, comfortable set of benches for you, and a small table. Cats all the way around. So Kit, you sit on the opposite side of the cats, and you just see them all just staring at you.
I want to pull Olivier before we sit down. I want to pull Olivier to the side and say, "Hey, just letting you know." And I chug the rest of my milkshake, staring him in the eye, and then I say to him, "That Cat's record thing you just did, never make me do that again." I shove the empty glass into his hands and then go sit down.
Oh, what a power move.
I guess you need a brain to get brain freeze.
Set the milkshake down. Okay. Pull out the button. So we've had a lot of fun here, but now we have to get back to this. So like, you know that thing where in like sci-fi where so like there's one world and then something happens and then the person like it's in A Wonderful Life. Not the reference I thought I was going to go with, but that's the one I'm going with.
That is very dubiously sci-fi, my friend.
So like in it's A Wonderful Life, right? So like the guy wishes that he had never been born or whatever, and then he wakes up and it's a whole different world where he had never been born, right? What if? So you guys remember before study hall there was that weird thing that happened, and that's when we saw the whole thing we were missing and stuff. What if some kind of event triggered a thing like that, but then somehow we got put back? But this thing is part of that, like, It's a Wonderful Life world.
I'm down for it. Honestly, a little embarrassed that I went with future rather than alternate plane of reality. I've got to give it to you. I think I'm into that idea. But why would that be left there? That's like a little blip. Like, is something trying to tell us what's there? Was it a mistake?
That's the question.
I am willing to accept maybe this isn't that straightforward. But, with that said, we've gone from time travel to alternate realities now. Like, you need to pick one sci-fi trope here.
Oh my god. You guys, what if it's like Terminator and there's like an assassin here now and he dropped that button and he's gonna come and kill us? That would fucking suck.
Maybe it's the person who kidnapped us in the other reality or whatever.
Who says we're kidnapped? Maybe we're fucking dead.
Whoa.
The statistics are not good.
That's heavy.
But then there wouldn't be a button, right? Right? It would be like a tombstone or something. It wouldn't say like save the. It'd be like mourn the kids or avenge. People should be avenging me.
Yeah. That's a good point. If the button's anything to go by, people think that we're still around in whatever place this thing comes from. But maybe you're onto something, Jenny. Maybe somebody from that left this here by accident. I don't know what could have triggered this though. There was that weird thing, but I don't know what the heck happened around that weird thing when we were in study hall.
It went dark, right? Also, I would just like to peer over my shoulder in a suspicious fashion to see how in earshot anyone else in the store is.
Mads has reconquered his position behind the bar in the exact same position you guys saw him in. Jess seems... It's hard to tell if she's just like abject just disinterest or if she's intentionally giving you guys space.
Okay, I don't even want to think about this, but okay. Let's say something happened that crossed over a dimension where we were kidnapped. If this button, what if something else was, or what if something from our plane ended up, what if there was a trade of some kind? What?
You guys, we should just ask my mom. She's a scientist.
Your mom's a scientist?
Yeah, she works at the Institute. She's like really smart. I bet she'd know what's going on.
Why? Yeah. Why haven't we thought of that? Oh my god, Jenny, that's crazy.
Because this whole thing is so fucking dumb. I didn't want to, like, bother her with it in case it was just a fucking gas leak or something. Also, are we sure it's not a gas leak?
Tyson, may I? Is there, like, a roll we can make to, like, remember the events before the weird thing that occurred to us? Or, like, to better piece it together, maybe, now that we're reflecting back on it?
As far as what specifically?
Like, to try to ascertain, like, what perhaps triggered whatever thing launched into the, like, entertaining this theory. Some event might have triggered us going into the It's a Wonderful Life dimension, as I'm calling it.
Understood.
Like, I don't know if this could be, like, a comprehend roll to try to piece together the information that we have.
Oh. With comprehend, you can have the right piece of information, or you can find it somewhere if you succeed on the roll.
I'll say anyone who has numbers in comprehend can make a comprehend check, a mind comprehend check. Also, anyone who wants to assist, remember you can, a person who is being assisted by another kid gains an additional die.
I don't know if this is kind of what was just asked, but, like, I know there's, like, secretive nature around the Institute, but is, like, do people know if it's, like, in regards to, like, do people think it's in regards to, like, technology, or is there, like, rumors about it being in regards to, like, physics and things, like the manipulation of, like, states of matter and things, like let's say there was, like, a car factory near here. Would I think of it as being a place that would manipulate, like, or just be like, oh, they just build shit there? Like,
yeah. It is very hush-hush. I'll say, based on the comprehend roll, I might be able to assist with that question.
I got 1-6.
Kit, you're thinking about everything, trying to put the pieces together, operating on the theory you guys have come up with. You feel that you're getting the sense this is very theoretical. This could easily be disproven in its current form. Like, there could be another explanation for it, maybe. You're not sure what it would be, but you feel that this still is a sound concept, but you don't feel that you have the evidence to back it. But two things do spring to mind that have been mentioned by your friends. The first is speaking to Jenny's mom, if she's there, or reading her books. It's an option. The second is kind of answering Baxter's query about where to get more information. There is one person you've spoken to today that at the very least has some ideas. He might not be the most regulated fellow, but there's a lot of themes that are appearing in both stories that you guys are looking at. Both this theme of other dimensions, these strange alien creatures able to transfer between them, a whole bunch of stuff like that.
I relay these thoughts to my group, and I also say, and hey, maybe I might be looking a little too much into this, but there were some other weird things that went on that day, you guys. Like, we got that robot teacher, the professor. That's all well and good. But when Baxter was messing with him in our class, when Baxter was asking his questions in class, the robot professor called me by a weird nickname that I hadn't given it to call me by. And the nickname is something that that only my dad used to call me. So, coincidence maybe, but it was really weird, and I don't know if maybe some weird things happened to you guys that day. I'm just spitballing here.
What if your dad was secretly a robot?
Whoa.
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Hold on a sec. What is your dad, like, not around, or is it?
Yeah.
I don't want to get too into it or anything. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's okay. You can't do worse than Jenny's funny joke today, so it's okay. Yeah. My dad and my mom, they were together for a few years. They had me, and when I was like 4 or 5, my dad just decided he needed to go, and we haven't really talked since.
Okay, so the robot calling you your dad's pet name is way weirder now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, are we saying that the kitty cat is this big name? Because I'm sorry, that's not a huge stretch for a nickname from the name cat.
Well, no, but why would a robot call her that?
I don't know. Maybe it did like a search? I don't know. Is there... I don't know, but...
I understand that, Baxter, but nobody else has called me that. Look, I was just simply saying nobody else has called me that, and I think I would know if other people have called me that before. It was probably a fluke. Weird things are happening today, and that was a weird thing that happened earlier.
Do you think it's related to the button?
Wait a fucking second. You guys, do you remember? Oh my god. In that weird press conference. I think they mentioned our janitor. And like, wasn't there like a herringbone too in the speech?
Our janitor's name is Wendell, and what is a herringbone?
You, Kit, in the press conference speech in the Weird Vision, didn't they mention that Wendell worked with Kit's dad?
Did indeed.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah. My dad, well, Wendell, our school custodian, used to work with my dad when my dad lived here, and they were both custodians. They were both custodians, Jenny, at the institute where your mom works as a scientist.
Isn't that like a clue?
But I don't know why they would bring that up.
I think it might be worth it to talk to your mom, Jenny. Everything seems to be pointing to the institute.
We could try. I don't actually know like exactly where she is right now. She sort of keeps irregular hours. She works very hard at the institute, so.
Well, it'd also be kind of weird if we went up to your mom and we were like, "Hey, so in this fever dream we had, apparently our janitor and your dad stole us away." Yeah, they wouldn't believe us. To a quote unquote normal person, but someone like Jenny's mom who works for the institute sees this kind of weird stuff probably all the time.
I think we should go to your mom, Jenny, because if we go to Wendell, that's obviously an option. But if the Wendell is not the Wendell from the other or is unaware, it's not going to be much help. So let's go to your house.
Okay. Olivia, did you want a milkshake?
Do I want to? I can come back and get milkshakes whenever, guys. It's okay.
Actually, no, I'm going to go give money to Jazz for the milkshakes.
So, super secret private convo done?
Haha, yeah, it's just this weird group project thing. First day of school, I got saddled with the new kid. It's great. But yeah, we're done. We're gonna head out.
I don't know. They seem kind of cool. Could have done worse.
Appearances can be deceiving.
I feel like Jess turns to look at us, and I'm thoroughly trying to explain the plot of Cats to Baxter.
Baxter's just one hand in his head going, so they just say their names?
Well, sort of. That's what a lot of people think about it, but really...
Kit has now moved Rudy down into her hands and is like listening intently.
Is that Jess just kind of leans into you, Jenny. Is that a full-ass rat?
It is a fucking rat, and it totally ruined Mila's party. Maybe you didn't hear that part, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it also kind of fucked up Jasper, which wasn't.
That's the cake rat?
Horrible. Yeah, it's the fucking cake rat.
That's pretty dope.
Wait, did that happen in this universe?
So that the audience can also follow along at home. Episode 1, I've mentioned this to the cast. The cast had everything that happened in episode 1 happen to them. The only difference is, and I did not mention this to them already, is that Kit went alone and no one else decided to follow her when she went after the rat.
So I wouldn't know about Cake Rat, but I would know that it fucked up Jasper. Because that only happened when we all met up in the woods and Kit let it slip.
It was quickly discovered afterwards.
Oh, it's like all over the school.
Oh yeah, you better believe it.
Cake Rat Harrington
Has become a bit of a small time mascot. As Jess just kind of nods. All right, well, you guys heading out?
Mm-hmm. Here's the milk money.
Jess just kind of looks down towards your hand. Friends and family discount, remember?
Oh my god, Jess, you're so sweet, but like, I'm rich. It's fine. Just keep it. It's your tip then. It's fine.
You see, when you put it that way, she just takes
No
it
worries.
and just pockets it.
I love you.
At which point you guys get up from the booth.
Oh, I say bye to Mads and I grab the record.
He is already snoring. From which point, it takes a little bit of a journey, traveling up the, not cliffside, but just more moving uphill for the most part, into Lilyview Estates. You eventually arrive at the very beautiful mansion, which point, Jenny, you unlock the door, head inside. As Jenny, you immediately hear, ding, ding, ding. Ah, shit.
Hello? Hello? I'm gonna investigate the noise. Yeah, hey guys, come on in. Just like take your shoes off, because, you know.
This is the house? This is your house?
Yeah. And someone's making weird noises, so I'm just gonna go, like, check on that.
Yeah, sure, okay.
You can come if you want.
I'm getting a weird sense of deja vu in this place.
Which point, for Jenny, you lead the group as you see a familiar figure standing in your kitchen. Her dress clothes, her shirt is rolled up around the sleeves, black dress pants. You see her blonde hair kind of in curls coming to the nape of the neck. She's got her, her hair tied up a little bit into a bun, but it's very loose. You can see her hands are covered in what looks to be some sort of, like, oh god, what would she be trying to make? Some sort of, like, strange, like concoction or other. As she's looking kerfuffled around the stovetop and the oven, as you see your mother standing there with a apron on, just as there is smoke coming from the top of from the stovetop in a pan. She's like, oh shit, and she just races over and just no, not just.
Oh my god, Mom, what are you doing?
Hi.
Are you trying to cook?
Oh, hi, sweetie. Yes, I'm cooking dinner.
Oh, no. I'll do that.
What look, it's all right, honey. She kind of goes over to a towel and just kind of gives you all just very pleasant smiles. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think... Oh, Baxter, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you again in your home.
How are you doing? How's your mother?
You know, she's staying at home, doing what she does.
Oh, I suppose, yeah. And your dad doing okay?
Yeah, he's working. He's working. You know, he's just all the time for us.
Hardworking guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who kind of points to Olivier and Kit? I have not had the chance to meet either of you.
No. Hi, hello. I'm Olivier Webster. I go up and I put out a hand to shake her hand with.
She takes your hand. Olivier, nice to meet you.
Thank you. I'm new in town. Your home is lovely.
Oh, I'm so glad that you enjoy it. And you?
Hey, I'm Kit. And I'm not new in town. But yeah, I agree. You have a very nice house.
Oh, thank you, honey. So, what are you all doing here? I apologize. I didn't mean to sound like a bitch there. I was just expecting my daughter, and I had not been expecting Other people.
While she's been distracted with these new children and trying to explain herself, I hugged her as a greeting, and then I like quietly went around behind her while she was talking and like turned down everything that was too hot and like wiped up the counter a little bit, just sort of cleaning up after her. Well, we have a question for you, actually.
Sure. She's just kind of like, as you're kind of like managing the kitchen, you see she turns to like go back to trying to figure out how everything's working before she just kind of stops a little bit. Yes, of course, sweetie. What's your question?
Oh, well, I think Baxter should explain it because, you know, it's really his idea.
Okay.
As I continue to salvage dinner.
I give Jenny kind of a death stare.
I flip him off behind my mom's back.
We had questions about your work.
Have you ever seen It's a Wonderful Life?
Long time ago, but yeah.
I give Baxter like a 2 thumbs up, like this is going in the right direction.
I give him like a flimsy low thumbs up, like a half smile. So we're doing a physics paper, and we want to know on a purely theoretical basis if it's possible that you can do some technology stuff to, looks over at Olivier, to It's a Wonderful Life someone into another world.
Anyone who has points in empathize may make a mind empathize roll.
I have 0 points, but can I have special dispensation because she's my mother?
My mother.
That's fair. So gain an extra die.
Oh my god, I actually succeeded. Appropriate. Narratively appropriate.
There we go. Holy shit. That is 3.
So again, for Olivier, you can gain 2 questions of your choice, additionally from what I'm going to tell you. So for Jenny, upon asking this question, there's a moment where you're kind of looking at your mother and she just goes quiet for an extra beat too long. You notice that there's a slight tremble to her hand that she catches and just kind of clears her throat as she kind of looks to Baxter. I'm sorry. I haven't encountered anything like that. I promise my work is much more dull than that. For Olivier, you are looking at this woman, and you felt odd walking into this place. When you took her hand and she shook your hand, there was something weird. Until it just kind of clicks for you. She's seen you before. She knows you. And this is the woman who has seen a ghost. The flicker of the hand, the kind of blasé step back. All of the things are kind of like clicking into place in your head. The way she's looking at Baxter, the way she's looking at Kit, the way, like, especially to Kit, someone who she apparently has never met before, that same awareness. There's this deep fear in her, and she knows people in this room that she is not supposed to know.
Okay, I guess that is my first question, because I'm looking at the sheets, and so, like, is she lying is one of the possible questions that I can ask here. Okay, I'm gonna use my second question here. And I'm looking at this thing. The question on the sheet says, what does she want?
In this moment, she wants to get the hell out of here. She wants to escape. As Baxter, you're kind of talking with her, you see she kind of puts a hand on the counter as she kind of leans a bit. I'm so sorry, everybody. Oh god, I feel like I'm coming down with something. I think I've been working too hard at the lab. But I'm sorry. I just have to go and lie down for a little bit, I think. Just clean my head.
Do you know anything about, Wendell?
What, Kit?
I'm sorry, I don't know Wendell, dear.
Well, you guys can, like, stay for dinner if you want to. Maybe I can fix it. I don't know. But, Mom, go lay down.
I'd love to stay for dinner.
Well, we'll see. I know that, well, I was going to tell you this upon arriving, but, your father will be here to help around for tonight, so,
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, I was feeling, well, regardless.
I'm gonna hold her hand.
She kind of takes your hand in hers and... all right, well, I'll see how I'm feeling later. In fairness, I might just end up passing out. All right. Well, have a wonderful afternoon, evening, sweetheart. And she just kisses you on the top of the head.
Take it easy, Mrs. Williams.
It was nice to meet you, Mrs. Williams.
Thank you. And it's so wonderful to meet you. As she walks forward slowly and just begins to walk up the stairs before getting to the top hallway, before you hear a click as the door closes.
Your mom's keeping something from us.
Why do you think that?
Okay, so I felt really weird when I walked in here. And there's something about the way she looked at me and Kit. She knew us.
She must be really tired.
No, she's sick.
No, she knew us. She was lying about not knowing anything about what we were talking about.
You can't just accuse someone's mother of lying.
Okay, maybe she wasn't lying, but she wasn't telling us everything. I can tell. I've worked with enough people to figure out, like,
I'm sorry,
roles and stuff.
new guy. I don't know if you know how it works wherever school you came from, whatever. But we don't just go around in front of people yelling about their parents.
Keep your voice down. Keep your voice down.
Oh, I keep my voice down.
Baxter,
I kind of square up to him a little bit.
Mr. Rational Guy, first of all, this is Jenny's mom, and I feel like out of anybody here, Jenny's probably the person who's going to know if she's acting out of character. She didn't seem to be the most comfortable cook. I don't know. I kind of understand what Olivia is saying. Would she really be trying to cook right now if she's feeling that ill? It's not to say she's hiding anything really bad, Jenny, but, like, I don't know. Like, if it was something really, like, really weird that we were onto and she works at the Institute, she's probably not going to be super jazzed to admit to it.
Why would none of this is like on her level? Like, it's a weird hallucination, wonderful life, blip, whatever. And actually, yeah, Olivier, I really do not appreciate your attitude right now. Maybe if you're bothered, you shouldn't stay for dinner. Actually, honestly, it's kind of rare that they're both here. So, I know it's rude, but I may actually rescind my invitation. Sorry that didn't go like how you wanted, but actually,
Like
my
how I
mom
wanted. I
is
didn't
really tired.
want this to go a certain way. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come out straight out of the gate like that. I just got a bad vibe. And I'm sorry.
I think maybe today has gone long enough for all of us. I think you should go home.
Yeah, like we can Scooby Gang again, I guess, tomorrow or whatever, but I'm not going anywhere else tonight. Look at this kitchen. I fucking need to deal with this.
Do you want any help?
Can you cook?
Yeah.
I'm actually a really good cook. I cook all the time at home.
I wish to assess them. And I wish to use my pride, which auto-succeeds. Can any of these assholes cook?
Can they cook?
Yeah. Not super well or anything, but Olivier's had to take care, like, he's learned a bit from his sister.
Yeah, Kit's not like a chef, but she's resourceful in the kitchen. She can make a lot of tastes from a little bit of things, a little flavor she makes.
Baxter's a tinkerer, so he probably just kind of intuitively knows how to. I don't think he's had to prepare a meal a day in his life because his parents have more than prepared everything for him, even if he does not wish to. But he can understand how to put together instructions and can understand the basic mechanics of how flavors function together.
What time is it, Tyson?
At this point, it's probably getting around 4:30.
Okay. I would just really, really quickly like to sneak up to my mom's room, and I'm sure the lights are out and she's under the covers or whatever, and just gently touch her shoulder and ask her when my dad is expected.
Okay. Make a body sneak check.
Geez, she's jumpy. Nothing.
Okay. You head up the stairs quietly as possible. As you head to your mother's bedroom, you see the door is ajar. As you open it slightly, she's not in here.
She's not.
You hear a ting coming from her office.
I mean, I'll go find her.
Okay. You head towards the office as you hear clunk, 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 clunk.
Mom?
Ding, 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 ding. Yes, sweetheart?
Sorry, I'm just... When's, Dad gonna be here?
His flight gets in at around 5, so he should probably be here around 7.
Okay. Did you, take a pill or something? Do you want me to bring you some Advil?
That's okay, sweetheart. I'm just taking a bit of light reading before I rest up.
Okay, well, don't work too hard.
I promise I won't, honey. Love you.
Love you too. Go back down the stairs. Okay, so, sure, you can help me with whatever is going on in this kitchen. We can make some snacks or something. You guys can eat some snacks, but then I'm kicking you out before my dad gets back.
Which point you guys, in a cooking montage, Jenny, what are you going to try to put together?
I don't know. What is there any way to tell what the hell she was trying to do?
Make a mind investigate check.
I'm gonna use my luck point to re-roll those.
Yes, all the luck into the cooking rolls.
Oh, I got one success with the luck point.
Between the burned remains on the stovetop, it seemed like she was getting started making some sort of spaghetti, bolognese with some vegetables, but she seemed to char the meat too much, and the vegetables have started to go into just a full crinkle.
All right, we're just gonna give up on that and start risotto. And also something what do you guys want?
I'm really good at making date squares for dessert.
Date squares, eh? I'm not picky, honestly.
I don't know, just give me some cookies.
All right, fine.
I'll be okay with some cookies.
And I'm gonna go get a tin of cookies from the pantry and just sort of hand it to him.
Gee, thanks.
Throughout the whole thing, I want to be as conciliatory as possible to Jenny, because this is very aligned with my problem.
Which point you guys take I'll say about just a little bit of extra time just getting everything together. It'd take about 2 hours whipping everything up. Whip up a hearty risotto. Smells amazing. With the help of just Jenny in the lead and also the date squares. Moment they come out of the oven, it's immediately just blanketed in a wonderful smell. A very strange set of smells to have together, but regardless.
I feel like Jenny's so rich she doesn't even use cooking wine to cook the risotto. She uses an actual nice Chardonnay or something.
No, that's horrible. I may be rich, but I know what wine to use. It's just a waste to use the good stuff. It doesn't change the taste. And I'm not to extend this moment too much longer, but I feel like Jenny would have like arranged for Olivier and Baxter to be like on side dish duty, so that maybe like they could work their shit out.
At about the point that everything is just kind of cooling off, Jenny, you hear a hello.
Okay, well, thanks for all the help. Here are your doggy bags or whatever. Bye.
Thanks, Jenny. Do we go by the front? We left our shoes there.
Yeah, no, you're not like secret. I just want to spend time with my parents.
Right. No, enjoy.
As you guys are heading through the front door, you immediately encounter a very dapper, handsome man. Tan skin, black hair kind of slicked back, a nice suit kind of tailored to him. Kind of shows off a little bit of the muscles, like triceps, biceps. Probably standing at around like just under 6 feet. Clean shaven, but like a strong kind of cut jaw. Seems to be wearing a pair of sunglasses. Where's my Jenny Bear?
Daddy! I just swoon into his arms.
And he just grabs you and just picks you up at the waist and kind of spins you around. How's my Jenny Bear been?
Jenny, your dad's a DILF. That's not in character.
Pretty good. Cheerleading started again. My first day of school was yesterday. These are my friends. Kit and Olivier and, Baxter. They're just leaving.
Baxter Bunny. How's it going?
Hey, that's...
Baxter Bunny.
We don't need to talk about that.
It's been a while since I've seen you. You've grown into quite the young man.
Thank you. You, look as, manly as ever.
And, what was it? Kit and Oliver, right?
Oh, hi, Olivier Webster, sir. And I put out my hand to streak his hand.
Proper gentleman. Just kind of takes your hand in his.
Oh, this is doing it for me.
It's good to see that my little Jenny's being taken care of by such good people.
Dad.
Oh, Jenny's taking care of us. She's actually my guide. I'm new to school and to town.
Oh, you're new to Freeman.
Yeah. Me and my mom and my sister moved in about a few months ago.
Well, welcome.
Jenny's been really awesome. Helped me around
I
today.
expect nothing less than greatness from this one. And welcome to Freeman.
Thanks.
Alrighty, well, all of you have a wonderful evening, and if you ever feel the need to stop by Jenny's sake, just feel free to always walk in.
Thank you so much, Mr. Williams.
Bye.
At which point you guys head out the door as he just kind of walks with you. Oh, man. It smells delicious. Your mother put it together?
As always.
At which point you hear, where is your mother? As you can hear, I'm coming down. As you can see her kind of, what is it? Like still her dress up attire, hair kind of pulled out of the loose bun, kind of steps down. See, she kind of stumbles a little bit. Oh, whoops, Daisy. As your dad comes over. Oh, well, hello, my lovely. And just kind of kisses her on the head. Oh, hi, sweetheart. How was the flight? Not so bad, but I've had better. But what is it? Jenny Bear was just telling me about the delicious meal you set up for us. Yes. I'm sure she did. I been trying to work on a little bit, and of course Jenny helped me. Of course she did.
I'm a great sous chef.
Yeah, of course you are, my dear. I'll say Make another mind empathize check.
No, this is when a luck point would really come in handy. Too bad I used it on the cooking montage. Nope.
Everything looks totally fine as you guys sit around and set up for dinner. We are going to cut away from the Williams home as we kind of head back to everyone's different homes.
Oh wait, can we do a quick thing before we split up? Like as we're walking out, I think I want to. Who am I gonna do this with? No, fuck it. Just out loud. So Baxter and Jenny know each other pretty well, huh?
Sorry, do I go digging in all of your little weird stuff? Okay, how do you know that the record store guy after you've been in town? Oh, I keep talking about I'm new in town, but you suddenly have intimate information with this record store or stoner.
You don't need to get that defensive. We can just stop asking you questions.
Okay, then you should.
Yeah, maybe something happened. You don't have to talk about it, Baxter. They totally had a friendship breakup.
Do you guys have a home to be at?
Yeah, we're going home
there now.
Right now. Do you have one? If you need one, you can come back with me.
I have a home and a family.
Okay.
And...
Good.
Look, I just wanted to understand why you were being such a jerk when I admittedly was being a bit of a jerk.
Do I need a reason for calling someone out on their jerkness?
Well, look, I was pretty strong about it, but I still want to make sure you guys know I was really picking up on some weird stuff, okay? I think Mrs. William knows a little more than she's letting on.
Yeah, honestly, Baxter, you kind of freaked me out in the moment by how strongly you got upset at Olivier, but I felt a little bit of a weird energy from her too. Like she really... I think she knows more than she's letting on. I'm not saying she's a bad person, okay? It just, she knows more than she's letting on, and it's giving me the heebie-jeebies, and I think you can respect that a little. You don't have to agree with us, but, like, this is our real... this is how it happened for us, okay? So just respect that.
Okay, fine. Well, let's say she is lying. What do you want to do? You want to break into her office, steal her files?
No.
I mean...
Jeez,
I actually wasn't even thinking of that,
like,
Baxter.
Not now or anything. Were you?
The thought had occurred, okay?
All right, well, a topic to revisit another day.
Yeah, I definitely... Yeah, let's keep that on the back burner if things get even more weird. I just want to know that we're okay. I didn't mean to upset you back there, and now that I know that you and Jenny had a thing, I get it a little more. Okay, so sorry.
I'm not gonna hold a grudge against you, new kid, for one little mistake. If that's what you're so worried about, you want my validation. You can tell people at school that you know me and you like me, because you... Wait. Is it because I'm like the cool kid? Is that why you want...
Okay, now you're being the
you?
jerk, alright?
What?
Yeah.
No, I'm not...
Now you're totally being the jerk.
I'm not being
now.
the jerk. Is it because I'm the cool kid?
I walk past. Laugh.
Hey, am I cool? And I follow along. Am I cool?
That was a great end to that. That was good. Yeah.
As we cut away to everyone's different homes, we are going to start with Kit. As you're arriving back home, the gravel driveway leading to your house, you follow along. You can still feel Rudy back around your neck. Of course, no car in the driveway. Everything seems to be locked up. But you do see a parcel that has been left at the front door. Relatively large, probably maybe about 1.5 feet by 1 foot. It is directed towards your mother, Margaret. The address on the top right corner is Harlan James Investigations, Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay. Well, I get my key and I open the door first, and then I bring this package inside with me, and I try to take note of, shake it a little bit, not meaning to break anything, but I'm trying to learn more about it, even though I'm still probably gonna open it.
It's hefty. You don't hear any glasses. It sounds more like It's more of a thumping that makes you think of like a book or something like that.
Kit is a pretty crafty little cat, and I'm going to try to find a box cutter to see if I can just like peel the tape or whatever. I want to open it in a way that I can make it look like I didn't open it.
Okay. So go mind comprehend.
I have 1 success.
1 success. Okay. So now do a body sneak check with a +1 die. Because you were able to look at the box, notice some spots that you think would be weak enough that you could cut through and still access everything, but you think you'd be able to cover it up again if necessary.
Two.
Okay. You very gently, you're not able to find a box cutter, but you are able to find just a sharp knife, and it opens for you very easily. As you see that, as you flipped it open from the underside, you see a thick stack of papers in what looks like a manila folder. You pull them out, as on top, there is also an envelope that is addressed to Margaret.
Can my roll account for, like, sneakily opening said envelope? I do that.
Pop it open easy. As you look over the small letter, thank you, Mrs. Kerrington, for the renewed interest in searching for Charlie Kerrington. However, your payments have not been able to be reimbursed in full. Therefore, our investigation into the matter has been officially closed. This is the information that we have been able to gather for you, and it is of the professional opinion of Harlan James investigations that foul play may indeed be at hand. At the forementioned document A, you will be able to read a full debrief given by our investigators, determining with what present evidence is at hand, and be able to use examples that we have been able to discover about where Mr. Kerrington may have gone, his activities, and the such. Thank you so much for the patronage, and we apologize for having to close this matter. Thank you for your understanding.
Oh my god, Mom. Okay, I put the letter back, and I grab a notepad, and I'd like to start going through at Doc A, beginning at Doc A, where they said I could refer to, and I have a notepad. I'm gonna...
Document A goes through, which is basically just a large debriefing on the part of all investigators that have done their little parts here and there. And this seems to be, based on what you're looking at, a private investigation firm, as opposed to something like a detective agency or like official police information. The information that they go through is very sparse, and they acknowledge that in the documentation. They have no idea where Charlie Kerrington went, which is deeply suspicious. There is no evidence to prove that Charlie Kerrington came to your house on the evening of his disappearance. There is no evidence that he left town. The only thing that they can be certain of is that Charlie Kerrington went to work. His vehicle vanished. They do not know anything about, like, any kind of paper trail, any kind of anything. The only definitive proof that they know 100% is Charlie Kerrington went to the Institute for work. And based on your mother's testimony, apparently he came back to tell her that he was leaving. But there is no concrete evidence that he came to the house at all.
Okay. Do I get the sense that when they say concrete evidence, it means that there's no, like, because obviously she saw him and everything, but are there sources or, like, things that make them think that he didn't leave the Institute and why that's significant? Or it's just like, meh, just nobody saw him leave and doesn't matter. Like, is there an argument that he just stayed at the Institute and didn't come back? Is that substantial, or...
Basically, their argument is, and you're able to actually see this through, like, photocopies and such. It is noted that Charlie Kerrington arrived at the Institute, clocked in, but never clocked out.
Okay.
When asked questions about witness statements at the Institute, no one saw anything. Some of the some requests to speak to higher members of the Institute, the head scientists, no one responded. They were either denied or told that they were outside, like that this declaration was outside jurisdiction. Some names that you see, the first application kind of to the higher members of the Institute. There is one application sent to Dr. Anders Strung. There is one application sent to what is stated in the notes, a retired scientist from the Institute known as Marshall Gibson. And then years after the event happened, trying to get more information again, there was an application sent to one Dr. Leland Reed. There is no mention of Jennifer's mother.
Is there anything that comes up that I notice that indicates about Wendell?
There is one interview with an individual, Wendell Fitzgerald. He was immediately cleared by the investigators. The interview is very simple. It basically goes over that Mr. Fitzgerald knew of Mr. Kerrington, but didn't have much of a actual relationship with him in any notable way, because it is a basically it looks like it was a document that was written out from a recording. You do notice that there is at the very end, if there's kind of the moment where the investigators have this moment of well, is there any final things that you can remember or you can think of about this case? And the only thing that it is stated that Wendell said is that he can't imagine what his family is going through, and hopes that everything that if there's anything that he can do, he'd be more than willing to help out, whether it be with the investigation or any of that.
Okay, I suppose I'm getting everything I can from this load of docs, and I put it back together, and I leave it on the kitchen table with a note that says, package for you, with a smile, signed K, for when Mom comes home.
At which point, as we pull away from the Kerrington house, Baxter, you arrive at the front door of your home. As you kind of open up, you see your mother kind of looking outside the window, just kind of out over the top of the kitchen counter. Your brother and your father nowhere in sight currently. She just kind of turns. Oh, sweetheart. You were coming home late?
Oh, must be Monday then.
Yeah. Sweetheart, did you by any chance see your brother?
Riley? No, not since this morning.
Okay. No, he came home earlier, but he left. I just, I didn't know if you'd bumped into him, that's all.
He's probably just working, or being friends, or being anywhere but here.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. my two little adventurers off doing your own things. But your dinner's getting cold. Heat it up in the oven or in the microwave, whatever you prefer. And yeah.
Okay. Thanks. I will. Hey, Mom.
Hmm?
When's the last time you spoke to Jenny's parents?
Oh, that's been a long time. It's just been a while. Why, did something happen?
No, nothing. For back at school when I was talking to people and are they like okay, like medically, like?
I think so. I hadn't heard anything. I could reach out if that would be something that you'd like.
No, I mean you don't do it for me.
Well, I mean, I suppose I haven't had a coffee with her in a while. I suppose that's not a bad idea.
Hey, I can't believe about that. Did she ever tell you what she did at that big place?
Oh, well, she said that, well, look, I am not a woman of the wilder fancies. You know, that whole hubbub and the particles or whatever the sort that kind of shindig gets up to. But she did say it was mostly like experiment stuff, more like paperwork and that sort of thing.
Like on animals or like on robots or like.
Oh, I never got that sense. I don't think so. Why'd she tell you that?
No. It just, it's always, it's just this, big building that's always there. And, we got like a robot teacher at school, and it got me kind of thinking about.
Robot teacher. Ooh, they're getting fancy over there.
Yeah, taken away from the job force. Yeah, I don't know. You ever think about maybe what goes on in there?
It sure is mysterious. I suppose. I don't know. It hasn't been particularly technical. All the robots and that sort of thing. That's more your father's avenue.
Okay. Maybe you can. I'm not gonna ask him, but maybe you can ask him, and if something cool comes up.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, honey. I can take a look into that. Sure.
Oh, one. Do we got a VHS copy of It's a Wonderful Life somewhere?
Oh. That might be up with the Christmas stuff. Let me do a little bit of poking around. You what, are you getting in the holiday spirit early? It's only September.
I just need something to throw on. Don't, while meeting.
All right. Well, you know what? If you want to go digging, you know where the hinge to the attic is, and you can go and take a little bit of a look around. It's probably with all the other, Christmas stuff up there.
Okay. All right. That's good talk. I kind of put a timeout motion with my hands.
Alrighty. And as you head over towards the attic entrance, we cut, lastly, over towards Olivier. As the evening has gone on, you had dinner with your mom, with Renee. You've kind of caught Renee up on everything. And now getting closer to like 9-10 o'clock.
I showed her the picture with the bangs.
Who thought that would be a good idea?
Look, it was a phase. All right.
I'm not saying it was your fault. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying who allowed you to make that choice.
I pointedly look at our mother.
I know the answer to that. And as what is it? You guys have been kind of staying up. It's around like 9 o'clock at this point. As you guys are kind of sitting there, the end of entertainment tonight coming up. You can see your mother. All right, sweeties, time for us to hit the hay. Got to get up early for tomorrow.
It's only 9.
I know. I want us to get a little bit better at this as a family. If you're going up and you're reading, that's fine. Something light, that is okay. I just don't want us, staying up way too late. I've got to work to get to, and you guys have school.
Yeah, okay.
Renee just kind of shrugs. Fine. We'll just hang out in your room.
Yeah, for sure. I got the new Cats record today.
Great.
You want to listen? You want to listen with me?
Sure.
We can put the headphones on. We can put it right into the player. And I know. It comes. The booklet is so great. It comes with all the words, and we can sing along together.
Yeah, totally. That's fantastic.
I think I could do a really good magical Mr. Mistopheles. Do you think so?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
Not any clue.
Oh, you just
but
wait.
That's okay.
You just wait. It's about cats.
As you guys are heading up the stairs, you hear your mother call out, Olivier, honey, can you please turn off the TV?
Yeah, sure.
As Renee's just like, I'll meet you up there. As you kind of come down into the living room, all the lights are being shut off. As you kind of step into the living room, there's this slight shuffle to your feet. Like almost a spout of dizziness that you kind of have to reorient yourself before you kind of straighten up. You can see the host, Scott Mansbridge, older gentleman, gray in the hair, but a perfect suit. Kind of looks to the camera. Well, closing up tonight, we wanted to do a little bit of a special final interview for everyone at home. With Les Miserables coming out, we wanted to touch on a very special up-and-comer into the field. We were able to get a wonderful interview with Olivier Webster, who will be starring as the Point of Gavroche in the Broadway section.
I'm like so close to the screen. My hands are like touching the glass.
First Gavroche, but we've already heard that he may even be making his way into the hearts of, one special composer. As it cuts away, as you see you on stage in front of thousands of people. As you are hobbling along in your revolutionary red and browns, kind of on stage with multiple barricades cutting to the sky above, fellow actors lifting you up, and a dramatic, just heartfelt scene of your death struck down on stage. As it cuts back to another host you've never seen at this point, standing in front of you, microphone in hand, kind of looking. So, Olivier, you've made quite an impact here on the New York theater scene and Broadway. Tell me, what are you feeling right now? Well, I don't know what to say. I'm honored to be here.
Is this like a me in the future or a me like a current me?
This is a you now.
What the hell?
I'm so honored to be here. There was a time when it sounds so silly. There was a time I didn't know if I would be able to do this. If I could really handle the pressure, I guess you could say. But this is the dream. It's come true, and God, if I can't imagine if I'd given up when I did, where I would be. It takes a lot of determination to become a performer. Yeah, I guess so. If you could say something to that person you left behind before, what would you want to say? I don't know. I'm just so happy. And that is where we're going to end this episode.
Excuse me? Excuse me? What the hell kind of bizarro world is that?
Well, with the end of this episode, we're very excited to welcome a brand new thing that we forgot to do with the previous episodes before, and that's going through the questions that determine people's XP. So, we are going to go very quickly through the key questions. There are 5 questions that can all be considered when determining how much XP you should get per session. Baseline, it's usually 1, but you can accrue more and more depending on the session, depending on how much you participate, that sort of thing. The first question is, did you participate in the session? This, of course, is something that all the players will be able to add. The second question is, have you been in trouble because of your problems or your relationships?
I mean, it was weird, but I didn't actually get in trouble this episode, so no.
I don't know. Can you argue that me getting into a
that
scuffle with Olivier because of my relationship with the Williams family, can I argue that?
Yes.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, I don't know if in this scenario, if in the question it's asking, like, getting in trouble as in, like, how we understand getting in trouble, or the idea of trouble within the game, which is its own, like, thing, right? Like, any kind of role is extended trouble.
That is very true. It is a capital T trouble, so it is like a situational thing that you would have to roll dice for.
Okay, then yes, absolutely.
Question number 3 is, did you use or struggle with your pride?
Big time. I don't know if our prides should be, like, our pride and our problems should be on display for the rest of the team or for the audience, Tyson.
I think the personal problems, I think it's a little bit more interesting to hold those more personal, because those will be more revealed in play. If you want to say your pride, we can absolutely do that, because that'll give, like, an idea for when the audience can go like, oh, this is a point where you could use that. This makes sense.
Well, I can start that in that case. Yeah, I absolutely used my pride at the beginning of this episode. My pride is I can play any part, and I use that to convince what's his face, the Principal Baxter, Principal Baldwin, that we were just chilling. I was a good little student, and we were all good little students.
Cool. Kit's pride is that she kind of is constantly thinking about the right thing to do. She's constantly saying to herself, it's the right thing to do. If she's in a situation where she's feeling a little iffy or undecided, she thinks it's the right thing to do. And I feel like Kit used that today. She uses it often, facing her fears a little bit. Yeah.
Jenny's pride is that she's totally awesome at social stuff. And I tagged it in a role, actually, just to, like, suss out my fellow damned kids. So I explicitly used it then, but just in general, sort of smoothing things over, being kind of a grease in the wheels of conversation often in her life. So yeah.
My pride is I'm always about the path that benefits me, and I think that I'm liking. I believe that came into play a few times because Baxter's not here to listen to these shenanigans. If he has decided that easiest thing is to go home, sleep it off, come back tomorrow, and not worry about it, that is what the effort was to be had here. But he tagged along not because he wanted to help others, but because he knew that in the long run it would come back to bite him if he had to keep dealing with this. So solve it now so that it will go away later.
On to the 4th question. Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids?
Not that we knew.
Well, I'm lactose intolerant, so.
And I think this last question will be pertinent for everyone. Have you learned something new?
Yeah.
Record stores and milkshake machines.
I suppose as we have covered the XP portion of the show, is there anything people would like to plug?
We have a podcast. It is not this podcast, although we're in this one a lot now. The other podcast is called October Jones and Fish with Legs. It's an audio drama. It gets mentioned, I think, literally every episode of this show. We'll see if that continues in season 3. Maybe Tyson will try and avoid that, just to give the audience a little break. But yeah, it's a fantasy adventure story, buddy comedy, and season 1 is all out, and you can find it by just search October Jones and Fish with Legs. It's a really unique name. That's all for now.
It's a great time. Lizzie is one of the main creators. I do the music for it. It's all original music. It's fantastic. You gotta listen. If you're listening to this currently, we are in the midst of making season 2 and other things that might be coming out in the future. So follow it on places that you get your podcasts. I also want to plug, if you are into music.
I don't think people like music.
Geez, who likes music? No. So I'm Alexander Cruz, resident music person here. I play lead guitar in a band called Favorite Daughter. If you want to check them out on Spotify and Facebook and other places, we're an indie pop band. We're based in Montreal. We're playing a show, if you're a Montreal listener, in a couple weeks on November 20th, and we have other ones coming up in December and January. Oh gosh, by the time this comes out, it will have already aired. Well, check us out on Facebook and look us up on Instagram to see when other dates we're playing, and look us up on Spotify if you want to listen to see me do some cool guitar stuff and give it a listen. Other music stuff I want to plug: the She and Him Christmas album. It is to die for. That is Zooey Deschanel's musical duo. If you're thinking about Christmas, that is the album for you. And I'll pass it along.
Hey, I'm Gracyn. I'm the one with the very normal social services job, but this week I'd really like to plug emus because they're my favorite bird and I think they're really cool. They have 2 sets of eyelids, one set that's normal and the other set that's clear to keep the dust out. They are actually the only bird with calf muscles too. They're not the biggest bird, obviously that's ostriches, but I just think emus are really cool. I think you should look up some photos of emus today, and hope you have a great morning, evening, afternoon. Thanks for listening.
I wanna plug Clifford the Big Red Dog, the live action motion picture that's releasing Wednesday, November 10th in theaters and on Paramount Plus. I have seen this film already. I helped run a pre-screening event of it. So that was how I spent last week. Yes, sir. Anyways, it's a wonderful film for the full family. It's very rare you get a film where the title kind of spells out exactly what the film's about. It's got Clifford. He's big, he's red, and he's a dog. I will say this is probably the meanest kids movie I've seen in a long time. It's just really mean-spirited, and there's like... It's really mean. Like, the film opens... I don't know if I'm allowed to say this because the movie's not out yet, but it opens with Clifford's family being ripped away, and they never address it again. Like, he's, like, orphaned immediately. It's like a Disney film. He's orphaned immediately, and I thought it was gonna be, like, about him trying to find his family and his mother and his siblings. His family's never mentioned. They get taken away by, like, dog snatchers, and it's just... That's it. They just need an excuse for him to be alone.
Well, with that being the case... If you want something happy that won't leave you orphaned, check us out at thebackofloot.com. If you like The Rook and the Rascal, if you like this series, then make sure to check us out on Three Kings Loot on YouTube. Also check us out, The Rook and the Rascal, whether it be on Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your good podcasts from. If you like this series, make sure to check out Montreal by Night, where we had our dear friend and cast member for this series, Alexander Cruz, pop in for a guest spot. Get all of your board game news from thebagofloot.com and get all your board game needs from threekingsloot.com. And that's it from all of us here. Thank you all so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.